In our interconnected world, where borders are not just lines on a map, but gateways to opportunity and sources of tension, even the smallest change can have far-reaching consequences. A single line on a map can send shockwaves across continents, influencing economies, politics, and the daily lives of millions. This week, the Philippines released a new map, boldly redefining its maritime territory in the highly contested South China Sea, a region already fraught with tension and competing claims. This isn't just about cartography or drawing new lines, it's a bold political statement, a move that could reshape the balance of power in Southeast Asia and reverberate far beyond the region. The South China Sea is more than a local dispute. It's a global economic lifeline, carrying nearly a third of all international shipping and connecting markets from Asia to Europe and the Americas. Any conflict or instability here could disrupt vital supply chains, delay goods, and raise prices for everyday products worldwide, affecting everything from electronics to food. The Philippines' move is rooted in a landmark 2016 international tribunal ruling that invalidated China's sweeping claims over most of the sea, a decision that China has refused to recognize. By publishing this new map, Manila is not just asserting its rights, it's asking a crucial question. Do international laws and agreements matter for everyone, or only for the powerful? For millions of Filipinos, this issue is deeply personal. It's about defending their livelihoods, protecting their homes, and preserving their identity, as much as it is about national territory. The new map is more than just ink on paper. It's a declaration of hope, a call for a stable and peaceful future in a region that is vital not only to Asia, but to the entire world. To truly understand the tensions that grip the South China Sea today, we must first look back through the lens of history. The roots of this conflict stretch far deeper than recent headlines suggest, reaching into centuries of maritime tradition and shifting power. For hundreds of years, the South China Sea was a crossroads, a shared hub where traders, fishermen, and explorers from across Asia mingled. Its waters connected empires and cultures, fostering vibrant port cities and thriving markets. The sea was a lifeline, not a battleground. But as the modern era dawned, the rise of nation-states and the discovery of oil, gas, and rich fishing grounds transformed the region. What was once a shared resource became a prize to be claimed, and competition for control intensified. In 1947, China drew the now infamous Nine-Dash Line, a sweeping claim that covers nearly 90% of the South China Sea. This line overlaps with the exclusive economic zones of the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and others, igniting disputes that persist to this day. As China's economic and military power surged, so did its assertiveness in the region. The construction of artificial islands and military outposts on disputed reefs signaled a new era of confrontation, raising alarms across Asia and beyond. This rapid militarization unsettled neighboring countries and drew in outside powers, especially the United States, which champions freedom of navigation and seeks to maintain open sea lanes for global trade. In 2013, the Philippines took a bold step, challenging China's sweeping claims at an international tribunal in The Hague, seeking legal clarity and international support. The tribunal's 2016 ruling was historic. It sided with Manila, declaring China's expansive claims legally baseless and upholding the rights of smaller nations under international law. Yet China flatly rejected the verdict, refusing to alter its actions. The standoff only deepened, fueling diplomatic tensions and military posturing in these contested waters. Today, the South China Sea remains a flashpoint, a critical test for regional stability and the global order. The world watches closely as the shadow of history continues to shape the future of these turbulent waters. Fast forward to this week, a pivotal moment in the dispute. On January 27, 2026, President Sara Duterte unveiled the national map of the West Philippine Sea. The map precisely marks the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, directly challenging China's 9-dash line. "We are not creating new rights, we are affirming what is legally ours," declared Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo. The map names key features like Reed Bank and Scarborough Shoal, reinforcing Manila's claims. It will be distributed to schools, embedding this definition in the national consciousness. The move follows years of tense maritime incidents, including Chinese vessels harassing Filipino boats. This map is Manila's shift from protest to assertive action. This is our territory. The world is now watching how China will respond. The new map has sent political tremors across the Indo-Pacific. Other claimants like Vietnam and Malaysia may follow Manila's lead, using international law to push back against China. ASEAN faces new pressure to address the issue, risking internal divisions. The US and allies have voiced support, deepening the divide with Beijing. Domestically, Filipinos see this as a patriotic stand, uniting the nation. But the move also locks future leaders into a more confrontational stance. The stakes for regional unity and stability have never been higher. The economic stakes are enormous. The West Philippine Sea holds vast oil and gas reserves, crucial for Philippine energy security. Manila's map signals readiness to defend these resources, risking a showdown with Beijing. The fishing industry, vital for millions, is also at stake, with traditional grounds now officially claimed. Tensions could disrupt fishing and shipping, raising costs globally. China may retaliate economically, as it has with other rivals. Manila hopes the map will attract foreign investment, offering legal clarity. But companies must weigh the risks of operating in contested waters. The economic fallout could ripple far beyond the region. Beyond politics and economics, this is a human story. Filipino fishermen like Ka Bobby Santos have seen their livelihoods threatened by Chinese harassment. Many have abandoned rich fishing grounds, incomes have plummeted, and families struggle. The new map brings hope for protection, but also anxiety about escalation. Fishermen are on the front lines. Any conflict will hit them first. Their future depends on decisions made far from their shores. The human cost is measured in lost income, fear, and uncertainty. China's response was swift and uncompromising. Beijing dismissed the Philippine map as illegal and increased its maritime presence near disputed areas. Chinese media launched a campaign blaming Manila and external forces, especially the US. The narrative: China is defending its territory against foreign interference. Economic pressure may follow, with warnings to investors and tourists. Beijing's strategy is to intimidate and isolate Manila without direct conflict. The propaganda machine ensures strong domestic support for China's stance. The standoff is now as much about national pride as territory. What's next? The world is holding its breath as tensions in the South China Sea reach a critical point. Every move now could reshape the balance of power in the region and beyond. Security analyst Dr. Alina Noor explains that the Philippines' bold new map is more than a simple document. It's a challenge that forces the international community to make difficult choices, and it's putting unprecedented pressure on global alliances. Countries around the world now face a dilemma. Should they stand with Manila and risk provoking China's wrath, or should they look the other way, potentially undermining the very foundations of international law and order? The stakes are enormous, and the decisions made in the coming weeks could echo for years. Experts warn that China is likely to escalate its so-called gray zone tactics, using swarms of fishing boats, ramping up economic pressure, and carrying out increasingly aggressive maneuvers at sea, all designed to intimidate and wear down its rivals without triggering open conflict. With so many ships and aircraft operating in close quarters, the risk of an accidental clash or miscalculation is growing by the day. Even a small incident could spiral into a much larger crisis. In response, we're already seeing the US, Japan, and Australia stepping up their cooperation with Manila. holding joint exercises and sharing intelligence to present a united front. This could pave the way for a more formal regional security framework, one that brings together Southeast Asian nations and their partners to counter China's divide-and-conquer strategy and promote stability in these contested waters. Ultimately, though, experts agree that only sustained, unified, and patient diplomacy will have a chance of bringing China to the negotiating table and finding a peaceful solution. The release of the new map is not the end of the story. It's the beginning of a more assertive, unpredictable, and risk-filled chapter in the struggle for control of the South China Sea. As rival navies maneuver and alliances shift, the contest for the future of these vital waters is entering a new and uncertain phase. The eyes of the world are fixed on the South China Sea, and with every development, the stakes and the risks are climbing higher than ever before. We've seen how a single map can reshape history, politics, and lives. The Philippines' bold move has triggered global reactions and heightened risks. The ambiguity is gone. Positions are clear, and the stakes are real. Now, more than ever, dialogue and diplomacy are essential. This isn't about surrendering principles, but about preventing conflict. The world is watching to see if rules and laws can resolve great power disputes. The lines are drawn. It's up to today's leaders to keep them from becoming battle lines.